Hello, entrepreneurship. Sorry I couldn't be here today. I have to take my son to the doctor's office just to get him checked out, make sure he's doing all right. But while I'm gone, I need you to do the following things. Number one, go to slide number 10. This is where we would have picked up today had I been in class. Um, and you're also going to notice a globe at the front of the classroom. Um, I want you to do exactly what this says. It says close your eyes, spin the globe, and point. The most important part is that you point on a piece of land mass and you identify the country you are pointing at. Hold each other accountable. Make sure there's no cheating. Make sure it's a legit random point. And then what I want you to do is with your product, decide if you would want to export or if you would want to import something from their country instead of exporting your product or service. After deciding that, I want you to explain to me why you chose that by telling me what the opportunities would be. I want you to consider disposable income either in the country you've selected or the country why it's coming here and what people could do to purchase it. After that, I want you to go to the next slide and consider the following reasons. Um, Reasons for importing or exporting. So, of these issues, whether you're importing or exporting, and that's your choice, um, are things like low labor costs going to have an effect on your decision? Is it the fact that some products are found only in other countries? On the exporting side, can you expand your business to another country? Is that a possibility? And will it take longer to establish? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it involves building or your relationship with the foreign country itself. Those are some things I want you to consider when you make your decision. Additionally, on the following slide after this one, it says places to find opportunities. I want you to go out and research. If you're going to import, I want you to look at some trade shows, maybe research some local market for demand or foreign market goods or services. Take a look, go out and search the internet for that, and give me some evidence that supports your claim to import. If you're going to export, um, which of these following items would fall into something you would think to utilize as you strategically move abroad and expand your horizons as far as your business is concerned? Are you going to have an e-commerce website that meets their needs? Do they even have access to the internet so you can do that? Might be something to consider. Are you going to use a trade intermediary? That's something you're going to have to look up and identify. It is in your textbook. I encourage you to go find out what that is. In addition, would you establish a foreign joint venture? Would you license foreign businesses? Maybe you're going to utilize a business that already exists over there, and you're just going to sell your product through them, or you're going to maybe license through them. That's kind of up to you. Will you use an export management company to help you get your product overseas? And then finally, hiring a freight forwarder. Is that something you're going to consider? You will have to identify what a freight forwarder is if you're going to do that. Um, Other than that, that's the end of this slide, and that pretty much concludes our lessons up to this point. The next thing I want you to do, or the next thing you're going to get prepared for, you've already done the front end work on this. So let's look at the back end of your Shark Tank preparation. The actual international tank is what we're going to call it. Um, this is the document I want you to open up. And so in here, right now it says, and I left this on here on purpose, it says choose a new product to take a risk on with your group. You will be creating a presentation that will sell me on the idea of investing your overseas venture. Now here's the deal. The new product is loosely said. You could use the same product you utilized in chapter 3. I'm completely okay with that. The catch is you have to explain why you believe you have an advantage in selling your product in the country you have chosen, the one that you picked on the globe. Okay, why is it going to go there? So you may need to adjust the product you're going to offer, either import or export wise, because of the country that you pointed to. That's just a leeway that I'm going to give you because some countries won't match up to your product. Okay, so that's your choice. You make that decision, but you have to use the country you pointed to, but you can change the product you're going to sell me. Um, Part B, I want you to explain how you plan to import or export your product and what intermediaries you will use to do so. Um, a lot of that can be answered based on the previous slides we just talked about. Letter C, include a distribution plan that shows a picture of your product traveling from the factory to the store and then into the customer's hands. So I want to see that chain of events that happens, and I will be asking for that in the tank because I want to know what expenses, or I want to be able to identify what expenses I would have to incur if I was going to help you. Um, Part D, identify two government regulations that either aid or deter your cause. So that's either from an American standpoint or maybe from the foreign country standpoint, wherever you're importing or exporting that country. Are there regulations that we would need to meet? There should be at least two. I'm sure there's more, but try to identify at least two. And that's a hard one to find. You're going to have to do some real research to do that. And then E, finally, show me you are all in by demonstrating an accepted business practice from the country you will be entering. So with that being said, we talked about different ways to say hi, how are you? Good. I'm pretty sure we did that in the slides last week. Now you have to go in with this country, find out how they communicate or something that they do business practice wise, maybe how they shake hands or introduce each other, whatever the case may be. You have to go in and find that, and you have to demonstrate it during your international Shark Tank adventure. Hunter, Michaela, Natalie, and myself will be evaluating your Shark Tank abilities, and your ability to get us to invest in your company. The last slide, we never finish something ventured. We'll finish that after we're all done. That's kind of ancillary. It's extra. But the big thing, you need to have your presentation ready to go by the end of class Wednesday. So on Thursday and Friday, we are going to be in the tank swimming with the sharks. All right, good luck. I hope you have enough information for now to get started. I will be checking you on Tuesday, and other than that, I will see you then.